Here are three things every law school applicant should think about when they're making their ultimate decision on where to attend. In priority order, number one is employment outcomes. Depending on the type of attorney you want to be, you should be looking at the employment outcomes of every single school that you're considering at some level. So maybe you want to look at it at a broad level, if you're not sure exactly what you want to do. If you're looking for something more specific, if you know for a fact that you want to work in government, or you want to work in big law, or you want to work in public interest, that data is available also. You can find it on places like Law School Transparency, ABA required disclosures. You can use sites like MyRank by Spivey, our site. It's a tool that you can use to rank law schools by whatever metrics you think are most important. So you can sort of use a little slider and choose which you want to be the most important in your rankings and which you want to be the least important in your rankings. Regardless, number one, I think, is employment outcomes. Number two is your cost of attendance at any given law school. So calculate, with your scholarships, with whatever financial aid that you've received, how much would it actually cost you to attend each of the law schools that you're considering? There are good free resources for this online as well. I really like Access Lex's student loan calculator. It's for law students specifically. It has a ton of good information, so that's one to check out. But honestly, just Google student loan calculator. There are different options for whatever your preference is. And number three on my list is fit. I really don't think that people should entirely disregard this. I think it's easy, especially if you're, super pragmatic as a person, to think, this school has good employment outcomes. I wouldn't be paying, as much as some of my other options to go here. So even though I think I really am not going to be happy at that law school, I think it makes sense. I think it's the most logical. I tend to think that that's not a great way to think about things. Not only are you not going to be happy for those 3 years, which has an inherent negative impact, but people also tend to do worse in school when they don't feel like they're a good fit in the community, when they're not happy, when they're not doing well, versus if you are thriving, if you're in a location that you love, if you are a part of a community that you really feel like you're a great fit in, you're going to be able to perform better. And law school is hard. Law school is high stakes. And the grades you receive are probably going to have an impact on the employment outcomes that you are able to achieve. So I don't think it's a good idea to entirely discount fit. I do think that it's probably secondary to both employment outcomes and cost of attendance, but I think it's something that any smart law school applicant is really going to think about and consider.